guys, welcome to Simandar Education. So today we have Bobby Agarwal. So she scored 92 in regulation section of USCPA. So who all are very new to USCPA or who all have heard USCPA for the first time. So like in India, we have chartered accountancy. In US, the chartered accountants are known as certified public accountants. So in CPA, typically there are 4 sections. So Bobby have cleared the regulation part with 92 scores. So minimum percentile required is 75, and she have scored a mammoth 92. And also she have been placed in Standard Chartered Bank. So much to discuss with Bobby today. So first, Bobby, welcome to Samandar Education and thank you for giving your time to discuss with us on the various things today, what we will be talking about on CA, CPA, your recent placement in Standard Chartered Bank, and lot more. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much to you actually for providing us an opportunity. So, Bobby, first question what I have is like, since you're a qualified chartered accountant, so why did you go in for CPA? So, what have motivated you to do a US CPA qualification?
So I think I became a CA. I gave myself reasonable time to decide if I wanted to study anything further or settle with CPA and enhance my skills on it. But then I decided to go for opportunities with MNCs or other foreign companies, and that's the reason I thought CPA would be a suitable qualification, because in case I'm getting assigned to role within the US operations, I would be expected to know certain things which are particular to the US, for example. So in that way, CPA enhances, and that's the reason I thought of adding CA with a CPA.
Crowd, there is one more reason which Bobby is not telling. Her elder sister is also settled in US. So she always have a kind of a dream to just go to US. So I think even my elder brother was in US and I took CPA as an excuse and went to US and kind of wrote my exams. But now that the CPA exam is in India, so I think Bobby didn't get that opportunity. But yes,
yeah. But now I can plan to somehow use that qualification and move there.
Yes. It's a very valid point, Bobby, actually, because a lot of the people think that after CPA, you need to go to US and all, you will not get much job opportunities in India. And today, you getting a Standard Chartered Bank role on the basis of the CPA knowledge and the chartered accountancy, which is anyways one of the best qualification what we have in India today. So I think that's a good thing. So now, Bobby, the second question is like, what were the challenges you faced when you were pursuing the US CPA qualification?
I think the main challenge that I faced was with respect to regulation itself, as far as the subject is concerned, because I found myself getting baffled with the Indian tax laws, the US tax laws, and that was a big challenge, because somewhere in the MCQs I always committed silly errors. I used to correlate with Indian taxes, and that's how I kept committing silly errors. And second thing, other than the subjects, I would say, since I was working full time and preparing for 2 subjects, regulation and business, and I was working full time, and that was another big challenge, because we had long hectic hours, and so preparing for 2 subjects became a little difficult. But then since I had travel time, and I took almost 3 hours to and fro to the office and from office, so I kept utilizing that time in solving MCQs and brushing through the flashcards, and that's how I kept in touch with the subject.
So I think that's a very valid point. And yes, so guys who are checking out various are BEC results. So BEC results will come like next
They are
month.
coming, yeah.
So Bobby is awaiting for that result because she have just now written the regulation and BEC she wrote on September 10th. So her result should come next month. And I think hopefully again I'll have an interview with her, seeing the BEC score also above 90s. So
I hope so.
She should be getting that. So Bobby, I think this one question which I had is, how did you do a work balance? Because a lot of the people who are there who are enrolling for CPS, some of them, a lot of them, I would say, are working professionals. So how did you manage that both? How did you balance both?
Frankly speaking, sir, I used completely my travel time to get in touch with the subject, and on the weekends I used to study the subject, and on the weekdays I tried to solve the questions. Because in the travel time I could not study anything new, because I was not that focused. When we are traveling, we just can solve MCQs, take 1.5 minute to solve. So my travel time was used to be in touch with the subject. Anything new that I wanted to study, I used to take it up on the weekends. and that's how I did it.
So I think weekend is a strategy where I think the working professionals need to devote more time so that they can balance their studies as well as their work. Now, one question is like, why Simandar only? I mean, I know that this question will be a little
You,
better.
it needs no answer.
Simandar itself. But why Simandar? I know I know you might have done a lot of your research and all.
Yeah.
What is that unique thing? Because this will help a lot of these students also to find out that what is that thing which you found out in Samandar education, and why do you think so that a training institute at least should be required for CPA? What are your views?
So when I was researching about which institute to go for, I found that Simandar was assisting us from training to evaluation to even job placement. So we had everything, not just training. And I feel training is required because if there is someone who can go into the nitty-gritty of the concepts, explain us how the US tax for that matter is different from the Indian taxes, how accounting there is different from the Indian accounting, that for us it helps us get cleared in the concept because we keep relating Indian laws every time we see a new thing. So training helps us to clear that concepts, and that's the reason I think training helped me a lot. Also, you all know that Simandar now, and I realized it now that Simandar is a plethora of resources. It has everything. So it has helped us to focus on our subject because if the institute is taking care of our evaluation and all the other ancillary things, then we get much more time to focus on the subject rather than losing time in these small areas. So that really helps.
So, guys, this was the Simandar answer which we were looking for. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bobby, actually, for appreciating the team. I think, yes, that is very important what you have said because the subjects like US tax, apart from we are tied up with Becker and providing you the Becker videos, I think a local faculty does a really fantastic job. And I think Surinder from our institute have really taught well the subject of reg, and a lot of the local faculties do add. It's not just the Becker software I think is sufficient to prepare for CPA examination, but I think a local flavor definitely gives a good touch, and that's where people look for some classes, especially in subjects like reg, and I would say to some extent FAR also, because
Far
it's
also,
dealing
correct.
with US gap. So investment banking is a dream for many finance professionals. So I've just noted down the questions. So how did you prepare yourself for Standard Chartered Bank? I know that I did refer you there, and there were some of the things which happened. But what were some of the things which you would like to tell to the people when any investment banking job comes? What are those 2-3 things which they need to check it when they are preparing for the investment banking profiles?
Sir, I think preparing for that relevant profile becomes very important here. So now we have all the information that we need at just the click of a mouse. So I researched about various topics that were relevant to that profile. And honestly, I just wanted to put my best foot forward because this is a profile which many of us look up to. So I didn't want to lose out on any chance, and I just tried to give my best.
How did kind of CPA knowledge help around? Because a lot of the chartered accountants, when they ping me on LinkedIn and some of the social media websites, they always ask that we are already a CA. So how did a CPA knowledge help around in this interview? Why did you realize that, okay, this is what is very important for a chartered accountant, or I would say an additional asset for them to do it? And what were that things which you realized in this interview?
So for this interview, my profile was pertaining to the US regions. So since I am pursuing CPA, it's a mutual understanding that I would be knowing certain terms which are prevalent in the US, certain tax laws, certain the SOX compliances, the other US tax laws. I would be aware of these laws, and hence it would be easier for them to decide if these laws, suppose CPA would be expected to know more than a CA. So this CPA qualification really helped in respect to that matter.
I think that's a fantastic thing. It's just the one subject of CPA which we have done, and you have tremendously utilized that particular knowledge in that profile. That's a kind of, I would say, is a good positive message which is being sent out to chartered accountant fraternity. And having an additional qualification, I think even you can open your own CPA firm in India, and there's so many US companies coming up because of the outsourcing which is happening up. So adding on to Bobby's answer, I would say the people who are watching this video, I think the outsourcing which is happening, it's happening at a very tremendous scale. The US companies are coming to India, and then CPA with CA would definitely make an edge. And already there are a lot of chartered accountants, so that could be a differentiating factor to have an additional qualification and a relevant knowledge from that. What are the five things, Bobby, you think that a CA must do in this pandemic to get job? Because we know that it's so tough to get job. It's just not about referring and all what we have done. It's not just about mentoring. It's also about your own efforts which you have put in.
So I think it's inevitable now to keep on updating yourself. I think this learning is a continuous process. We keep on learning new things every day, be it a pandemic or not. This is an important thing that we all must do. And our hard work and faith, I think that does wonders, and we certainly will get rewarded for what's best for us.
So I think updating yourself, that is what Bobby is telling. And second thing is hard work, determination, sincerity. And the third thing I would suggest that to add on to Bobby's answer here, I think the most important thing, I know what Bobby was sharing with me the other day, that to read the annual report of the company. I think that's it's one of the
Yeah.
important stuff which people forget when they go for an interview. So I think that's a kind of very valuable advice which we have. Bobby, what about those CA students who are preparing for the chartered accountancy examination and the people who have already become CA? So, what are those things apart from CPA they can do in order to make them prepared? So, did you do anything along with CPA? Did you read any books, anything which motivated you, inspired you, which made you to prepare for this? What were those things?
So I have been reading annual reports of companies and analyzing their financial statements. So now, since we do not have access to their books of account, there are still so many things that we can analyze just from the annual report. And we as chartered accountants have some sort of analytical power through which we can derive certain anomalies in the financial statements just by looking at the annual report also. So I have been doing that and correlating it with the stock market prices also, how it keeps on falling at each quarterly results or at each when the annual report is released. So, and that interests me also. So that is a side thing which I have been doing on the weekends or whenever I get time.
So now one or two questions coming up on reg, because reg is
Yeah.
considered to be one of the trickiest section in CPA, and it is nowhere related to chartered accountancy because that's a
Right.
complete US taxation.
No.
So
Correct.
what are two, three tips which you'd like to give to the students who are preparing for regulation examination this year? So anything which you want to kind of give them some of the suggestions how you prepared for your reg exam?
I think the most important thing in reg would be to know all the concepts. Like nothing is important here, and everything is correlated with one concept or the other. So knowing just one concept thoroughly will not help. We have to know all the concepts in that depth which is required. And second thing would be being in touch with the subject. It's not a one time thing that I have learned a concept and I'm doing it after like 3-4 weeks again and sitting to revise. Every time we are revising, there is some add on to it. We are retaining a new concept every time we are revising. So that is one important thing. And second advice that I would give is to make your own running notes, which helps you to be in touch with all the concepts. So these are short notes, like a summary kind of notes which you would just read. And so these summary notes will help us at the last moment for revision, because one day before the exam we cannot read the whole book. So these notes help that time. We can revise all the concepts, and since it is an MCQ based and simulation based exam, it's not that one concept will be tested. Almost everything can be tested via simulations and MCQs. So it is important to know, I think, everything in reg.
Since you're telling that like one day before, that notes might be very, very useful. So apart from the Becker and the Simandar lectures, so you're telling that we need to also prepare our own notes, which is very important. So how was the experience in India? So I mean, the exam was in India. So did you observe something which was very unusual because it's happening in India? So what are those precautions which you have taken at the exam center? Did you, some of them, if you want to share it, like if they need to be very careful when they're going to the exam center, what are the things they need to carry when they're going to the center as well?
I think the Prometric testing center was flawless, and we did not face any difficulty in getting through the exam. They had taken all the precautions, social distancing norms were followed, and they gave us pen, paper, scratch paper, everything. They gave us even the calculators. We only had to carry our NTS and original passport. Without that, I think they wouldn't allow anyone to write the exam. And if you're writing any exam for the first time, I would just say one thing, that we should not utilize that 15-minute break which is given between the exam, because regulation was my first exam, and I observed that I lost track of time, and 15 minute, I took a full break of 15 minutes, and when I was re-entering the center, I lost almost 4 to 5 minutes in that security check, and that's how I lost the exam time. So if you're writing exam for the first time, I would advise not to utilize that full 15 minutes. Just finish up in 10 minutes and then re-enter the exam hall.
And one question people have is, did you use the Excel of the software or did you use the calculator only? I mean, did you try to use the inbuilt Excel also, which is given in the AICP exam?
So for the MCQs, I used calculator because there were not much calculations involved. But for the simulations, yes, I use the Excel, and that Excel functionality is similar to what Excel we use in our laptops. And that Excel really helps because you can even copy the answer as it is into the Becker cells. You do not need to type the answers also. So, and in simulations, a lot of calculations are correlated, like derived from the previous answer. So, using Excel and putting some formulas in it really makes you solve them faster.
So, is the Excel functionality similar to what is there in the Becker, or is it different from what we have observed in the exam?
So it is almost similar, I would say. Some key shortcuts will not be present, but most of them can be used. I mean, we do not need any high-end functions for solving basic sums. We just need a sum function and some plus or minus function. So those are present in that Excel. Like, it is very different to what is present in the Becker functionality, but it is very similar to what we use in the laptops.
Okay. So any last one tip which you want to give for rec people who are preparing, because we have seen that only one final thing which you would want to be very, very focused on, that they should focus on this. Are there any important chapters, or no, sir, we need to study everything? And one final tip, what do you want to give it to the rec participants?
I would say be thorough with the whole subject. Do not leave anything, because and law is the most neglected part, I would say. But in law, you get a lot of questions from law which are in the MCQs part. So these are like the bonus points. You cannot miss out on them. So doing law helps you to get that extra points which you need in the exam, because chapter 1 to 6 we all study thoroughly. We all study the law. We all study reg part thoroughly, but tend to neglect the law part. But I would say equally focusing on that will help us get that extra points in exam.
Thank you so much, Bobby. That was a quick, good interview what we had. So I know that the time have not been consumed much, but that was such an amazing interview of the questions about the CPA, about the chartered accountancy. And thank you so much, Bobby, for giving the time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time too.
And the people who are watching this, I think this is one of the most important part, because a lot of them kind of gets confused which profile they want to go to and which qualification they need to select to. I think Bobby has an amazing answer to that, is to research or to analyze the companies, to find out what is your passion into, and then decide which is the right thing in order to reach that passion. You might want to go to investment banking and you might select CFA for that, and but you never know that with a CPA also you can go through that, or with a chartered accountancy standalone also you can get to that. So there are a lot of these things I think the people need to focus on, and that's what Bobby have exactly pointed out today, that today some of these students, what they are seeing, they're getting more disfocused. So I would say that preparing your own notes for CPA would definitely help, apart from the live classes with Samandar, and the Becker software already has it. And yes, I think it's important that one more important thing which you guys need to remember is that you decide your qualification based on your interest and based on your passion. And that is very, very important. Neither of the qualification is superior or inferior. It is not CA versus CPA today. It was CA and CPA today.
It's a supplement now, right?
Thank you so much, Bobby.
Thank you,
That's
sir.
an amazing interview. Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
And guys, please don't miss to subscribe, to share this video, and do comment if you liked it. And yes, Bobby can be found on LinkedIn. She is available on LinkedIn, Facebook, and any queries and all, you can get in touch with her always. Thank you so much, Bobby. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.